Welcome inside the Ken Nickel Rec Center. It is game number 6 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Junior B Provincial Weekend. It's the Edmonton Warriors and the Red Deer Rampage. Red Deer comes into the game at 0-2, looking for their first win of the tournament, while the Warriors come in at 1-1. Both teams still alive for the final. There could be a 5-way tie still out of this round robin. Whether you want to call that a 5-way tie for first, a 5-way tie for last, whatever you want to term it, whatever terminology you want to use, everybody's still in it, and you can feel the energy inside Ken Nickel tonight. Now off the draw, it'll be Fleck for the Warriors, wearing their home darks, and Red Deer will be wearing their road whites. Golka inside. Just stepped around his defender and good stop there by Wells. Red Deer's going to need Wells to play well tonight, as Edmonton can throw a lot of offense at you. And not to say that Red Deer doesn't have offense themselves, but they're going to need their best player, Carson Wells, to stand up tall for them. Now into the middle. A little bit of a roll away. That was Doswell. And the ball gets knocked loose, and it's going to be the Warrior possession. Simonson for the Warriors. Didn't play in game 1, played in game 2. And the Warriors going down to the Blizz as Dickin walked right in across the crease. Wells turned him away. And here go the Rampage out over center. And the ball's mishandled a little bit. Doswell will pick that up. Doswell will move his way up over the rag line. Doswell on the near boards. Into the corner. Golka hits him. Now the ball's swung over. Winding shot. That's just wide. By the Rampage. That was Tisdale. And now the Warriors will gain possession. Here's Menon. Menon to Elliott. Simonson now with it up top. He and Elliott play catch. Simonson, left side, Wellner bait, swings it over. Dickin into the middle, and Royer was cutting. And the ball went loose into the corner, and it's going to be battled for. 2 Warriors, 1 Red Deer player. Now a second Red Deer player runs in. Now the ball's going to be picked up. And the Rampage will get up over center. Well, now Estos is pounded there by a couple of Warriors. Transition. Red Deer out in front. Rebound. And that's a good save by Pinch, as he jumped back across. And the Warriors will come back out into the offensive zone. Here's Dewart. Had a big game 1 against the Outlaws of this tournament. Scored back-to-back goals. Took the game from 2-1 to 4-1. Dewart powers his way in. Steps back. Simonson fires that. That got a piece of Wells. Well, maybe not. Yeah, they do signal. Reset. And it'll be Ben Royer up top with it. Royer down low. Simonson out of the corner. Up top. Simonson. That shot gets soaked. Ball bounced back out to center. Dewart off the right side. Dewart to Elliott. Elliott winds and fires, and that goes right into the Rampage logo as Red Deer starts out. And it'll be Park with it. Park to the half wall to Doswell. Doswell up top to Couchman. Couchman goes underneath, a little bit of a pick set. That stopped. Rebound. Out in front. Park had it for a moment. He lost it. And now here come the Warriors. Golka. He's going to push it. He's got Lanthier with him, and now Wellner bait. And now Golka will turn back out and get it up top to Dickin. 16 minutes to go. First period. No score. Dickin off the right side. Over to Royer. He winds and fires, and he pulls that wide. It's going to go off the floor into the ceiling, and it'll be Red Deer ball. And here come the Rampage. Finished 9-11 in the regular season. Actually beat the Warriors in Red Deer early in the season, and then finished the regular season 4-10 before going on to beat the Chill 2-0 in their first round series, and then knocking off the Silvertips. After losing game 1 13-2, they came back with 2 wins, I believe 4-2 and 6-5. Won 2 low-scoring games to book their ticket into the provincials. It's been a seesaw season for Red Deer, to say the least. Right now, their focus is the Warriors. And that shot got sent wide. Rebound, and that gets stopped by Pinch. Who looks, I want to say he's wearing a new bucket. I don't know. That bucket looks completely different to me. I could be way wrong. Ball's up top with Ben Royer. Elliott. Dewart inside to Simonson. He was too far past the net. And now they're going to say he stepped over the crease, and it'll be Red Deer ball. Here comes Estos. Couchman off the left side with it. So Rampage go to work. Ball up top. Dowswell off of the boards. Shoots that. Pinch got a piece of it. Carey goes and picks it up. And the vet will come out with it. Took a bit of a whack, looks back. He's okay. He comes up over center. Now he loses it, but it's picked up by Wellner Bate. He's played quite a bit of offense here this year, especially in the playoffs. Had a couple of big goals against the Rebels in game 1 of their North Final series. Here's Elliott. Elliott, with the shot clock winding down, really had no choice but to send that one in on Wells. He stops that, and we remain 0-0 here with 13:40 to go. First period. Here come the Rampage. Tisdale down the left side. Tisdale underneath. Flip pass. It's a nice dish. And that was stopped by Pinch. Shot came in from a Atonishin. Now on the right side. Winds and fires. Rainier gets stopped. And now the Warriors throw this away, and it's going to bounce down to Wells, who picks that up and gathers. And here are the Rampage back out. St. Germain to Park. And I've noticed about this Red Deer team already, they got a lot of guys that can handle the ball pretty well. Not a lot of size, but and their offense looks like it can be a little one-dimensional, but they got a lot of guys with good handles on this team. And here's Wolney out in front. A Rampage player went into the crease, and he gets up out of it, and Wolney will go collect that loose ball. And here comes Simonson. 12:30 to go. First period. Still scoreless. Here's Luke Royer. Simonson, left side. Simonson up top. And he tried to send that down to Ben. But that was too high, and it's going to be a turnover. And it'll be Red Deer ball. As they're going to start this all the way down in the Edmonton zone. Ball up top, Couchman. Doswell gets a pick set there. But doesn't really work, and he gets harassed. He swung it over, and that's going to result in a Red Deer player, Rainier, taking a penalty. Probably be a cross-check or a check from behind. Gordon walks over. He says, "You want some of this?" And Rainier says, "I'm just going to go to the box." And with 11:59 to go, it'll be an Edmonton power play, and we'll see if they deem it a cross-check or a check from behind. Difference being, cross-check usually is 2 and CFB is 4. They say cross-check. So it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Warriors. Head coach Vadiep does not like that. as you can imagine. So it'll be Simonson up top, Dewart on the right shooter, Dickin on the right crease, Luke Royer on the left shooter, and Ben Reuter on the left crease. A little bit of a seal set for Luke Royer. He walks down Main Street, and that's stopped. They actually say it went wide. Here's Dickin. Royer will collect this loose ball with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Royer. Simonson. A little bit of a sub shot. That gets stopped. And the Warriors, though, will get a reset. Ball's up top with Simonson. He gets it over. Dewart, Dickin. Inside, Simonson fakes and scores over top of Wells. As the Simonson slipped inside and dunked it over Wells, it's 1-0. You see Simonson do that a lot. He's got a lot of reach. And he does a great job of dragging the goalie across the net. Comes back up over top. And the Warriors lead 1-0. Now off the face-off. It'll be grabbed by the Rampage. And unaware was Walton. He got stripped, and it's going to result in a Warrior ball. The play gets blown in here. 10:55 to go. The Warriors 1, Rampage 0. Simonson. Down low to Ben Royer. Royer swings it over, and Elliott took a sub shot. That's a good stop by Wells. And the Rampage will transition. Here's Walton. He will hand off to Couchman. Red Deer off the left side. Underneath, wide open. And he tried to go far side. That was Couchman trying to reach around, pinch. Good stop. And the Warriors will come back out. As I don't know if the Warrior defender thought he had some help underneath, but Couchman just walked that to the net. Did a good job of coming out in front and running across the net. Good stop by Pinch. Royer, a little bit of a swim move inside. Tried to shoot that short side. They say it got a piece of Wells, and the Warriors will collect. Ben Royer shoots that. That's stopped by Wells. And here come Red Deer. It's going to be turned over. Lanthier is going to grab that and save himself with a little bit of a swim move and get that back to the Warrior offense. Ben Royer will bring it into the offensive zone. 1-0. Edmonton leading a Red Deer. 9:20 to go. First period. Dickin underneath. That goes wide. Picked up by Royer. Royer tried to go across the floor to Dickin. And that loose ball gets missed by Elliott. It's going to go all the way down the floor, and the shot clock's going to expire. And to just remind you, you can always hit that subscribe button here on CROW LAX TV. Of course, with you throughout these provincials, all the way through Monday's final. And once you hit subscribe, you'll be notified every time a game goes live. Ball goes up, off the boards. It's going to be battled for. It's picked back up by Red Deer. Send that one in on net. Goes wide, and it'll be Warrior ball. And Red Deer really establishing themselves pretty well in this game, all things considered. Both teams' second game of the day. Red Deer and the Warriors losing this morning. And Red Deer has hung in pretty well here. Had a couple of chances. Simonson in tight. And he had Royer on the roll, and Royer tried to tuck that, just missed. Dewart gets it down low. Ben Royer, he crease dives. Goes around Wells. It's 2-0. A little bit of a defensive breakdown as Royer was allowed to stand on top of the crease with nobody around. Dewart found him after he was met with a lot of pressure up top. Got away from it and got it to Royer, who finished it around Wells. It's 2-0. And the Warriors are going to win off the draw. Here come the Warriors back into the offensive zone. Ball with Dickin. Dickin tries to fire that to the short side. That was Wellner Bate with the loose ball. Simonson inside. Wellner Bate was cutting, and that went over his head. Elliott shoots and scores. As he ripped that short side, it's 3-0. So 7:41 to go here in the first period. The Warriors take a 3-0 lead. And if you're the Rampage right now, you're going to have to reel this one in before it gets a little too out of reach. Especially for a team like Red Deer who can struggle to score. Now the ball goes into the corner. It's going to be picked up by the Warriors. Dewart. Ball's going to go back over center. And Dewart will pick it back up. Dewart down the right side. Back up to Ben Royer. Royer walks in. That gets stopped. And Wells will grab that. And the ball's handed off behind the Red Deer net. Ball's thrown over Walton's head. And now it'll be Stashnik, Brody Stashnik with it. That goes wide. Now the ball will go loose. It's going to be grabbed by Brody again, and the Warriors will have about 15 seconds to work with. Ben Royer flips it to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate up top. Swings it to Dickin. Dickin, drag move. That goes wide. And here go Red Deer in transition. You know that's what they want to do. And you can hear some fans. Actually, that's Terry Royer over here yelling at the boys to get back. Now, it's Wibbs in alone. Wibbs! And they say he stepped in a crease. It'll be Red Deer ball. And here's Red Deer back into the offensive zone. Ball will get knocked back. The Red Deer is going to have some trouble with that, but eventually they pick it up. Ball's over on the left side. Inside, that was a look to Tisdale. A little bit too hot to handle. Tisdale winds and fires. That goes wide. Now the ball is going to bounce all the way down the floor and be chucked back by Red Deer. It'll be Warrior ball with 5:40 to go. First period, Warriors leading 3-0. Now they're going to call too many men on the Warriors. That was probably the slowest developing too many men call I've ever seen in my life. Now Red Deer will come back down the other way. Ball's on the near wall. That's grabbed. Now it's going to be picked up by Wolney. Wolney with it's going to run in behind the net. Circles. Now the ball is rainbowed out to Elliott. Here's Ben Royer off the left side. A couple of sticks were there, and Estos came off the bench, and there was nowhere for that ball to go. And now here's Red Deer in transition. Estos right in, and he takes a sub shot. Tried to go 5-hole, and looks like Pinch did enough to keep that out. And the Warriors are going to get nabbed for another too many men call. This time it was with Red Deer having the ball, so it'll be a penalty. For those of you not aware, if you have the ball, too many men is just change of possession. But if you don't have it, it's a penalty, and the Warriors are going to have to serve 2 minutes here. So they're still waiting for the Warriors to come in, somebody to serve the penalty. It looks like Anna Farajchuk will walk behind the gate and come into the box. So it'll be a Red Deer power play with 4:40 to go first period. Warriors leading 3-0. Little bit of a seal set. Doswell fires at far side. It's 3-1. I don't believe we have replay, but that was a nice seal. Nice seal on that top of the box there for Doswell to step around, and he went underneath it and then fired it back far side. And it's 3-1. It's a big goal for Red Deer and one they needed. Here's Golka off of the draw. Golka to Dewart. Ben Royer off the left side. Underneath his man. Ben Royer! Crease dives. This time they say he was in the crease. It's the plane, it's your feet being over the plane, and I'm not so sure. I think he was good there. I actually thought his first goal was a lot more questionable than that. Nonetheless, it's 3-1. It remains 3-1, I should say. Now, the Rampage are going to be pressed heavily here. And that looked like maybe Parker Sola. Couldn't see a number. And as he comes to the bench, I think that was Parker Sola. Took a beating on those boards and tried to send it back, and the shot clock expired anyway, so it'll be Warrior ball. Dickin inside, and that gets stopped. Here come the Rampage up floor. And one thing that it's nice to see, you saw a little bit of this in the Junior A game the other night on Thursday or on Wednesday, where a lot of Junior B players and a lot of lacrosse people were out at the game. And you're seeing a bit of that here tonight, as I see a couple of the minors here. Jack Royer, Briley Maxwell, a couple of the guys are here tonight. It's nice to see. Good crowd here from Ken Nickel. Here's Dewart down the right side. Dewart. Simonson. Off the left side. Simonson looks inside. Ben Royer, and he fired that off of the short side post. That should have been a reset. Yeah, there should have been a reset. There will be. So it'll be Warrior ball with a fresh 30. The ref tells the Warrior bench to lay off. Dewart winds and fires. That was actually Elliott, I think, fired that. Off of the near bar as the ball goes down into the stick of Pinch. The Warriors will wait to pick that up. It should be a reset. I don't know. There wasn't one, though. And they'll play on. Ball sent into the middle. And Dewart was met there by a couple of Rampage defenders. Now out of the corner. Dickin, cross net. Simonson, and he outweighted well. Was trying to go back up over top and went just too far up over the crossbar. That was incredible patience by Simonson. And if there is one skill set that you could kind of point out with Simonson, is just his poise and patience. Outweights defenders and goaltenders all the time. It's almost like the game freezes. And it's like he goes upstairs and then presses play again on the game. And decides to shoot the ball. Now that's sent in on Pinch, and that's stopped. Golka. It's got Luke Royer wide open off the bench. Good catch by Royer. He's in. But that hits Wells right in the gut. And it'll be Red Deer ball. Here comes the Rampage offense. It's on Intermission for the Rampage. Red Deer on the left side with it. Pick set. Pick set again. And Tisdale just decided to whale that one into pinch. It'll be Warrior ball. With about 30 seconds to go here, first period, they lead 3-1. Ben Royer asking the bench, you want a timeout? They say no. So they'll just wait this one out till about 8 seconds and then run something and try to get a shot off as the period ends. Simonson, left side. Simonson waits. Simonson holds it inside and tried to flip that to Ben. Didn't connect, and it'll be Red Deer ball with 1 second left. The period will end. And the score after 20 minutes will be the Edmonton Warriors 3, the Red Deer Rampage 1. You're watching a Junior B Provincial Action, the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup, live from Ken Nickel Rec here in Beaumont, Alberta. The Warriors 1-1 in the tournament, Red Deer 0-2, both fighting for their final lives. We want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll be right back with you in just about 9.5 minutes. And welcome back into the Ken Necko Rec Center, where it is the Red Deer Rampage and Edmonton Warriors going at it in Game 6 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Junior B Provincial. The Warriors holding a 3-1 lead after 20 minutes. The Warriors coming into the game 1-1. Red Deer coming into the game 0-2. And both teams still with mathematical chances at the final. And at this point of the tournament, that's all you can ask for. As we get set to go here off the draw, Andrews will win that, and Golka will come out with it. Now Andrews will go grab the loose ball. As this is Carey with it. Ball up top with Simonson. Royer. Ball's over with Dewart. Dewart down low to Elliott. Simonson. Ben Royer as the shot clock winds down, and it'll be Red Deer ball. So good first defensive set for the Rampage here in the second period. Now the ball's mishandled. It's going to have to be picked back up. This Red Deer already has half of their shot clock drained. Here's the ball sent over to Intermission. Intermission winds and fires. That shot was from well out, easily handled by Pinch, and the Warriors will come up floor. There's Menon with a bit of a, that's Menon with a bit of a swim move. He and Wibbs look so much alike. I get those two confused all the time. I almost thought I miscalled it his name, but it was Menon. And here come the Rampage. Couchman off the left side. He's going to work off the half wall. Couchman. He's going to wind and fire. He tried to snipe that short side, and that goes wide up into the ceiling, and it'll be Warrior ball. Here come the Warriors. As their offense will hit the floor, Ben Royer will take possession. Royer down the far wall. Out in behind the net. Dickin around the net. Simonson swings it over to Ben Royer inside. Ben Royer! And good job by Carson Wells to stand tall. Now Dewart got inside, and he sent that wide. And now here are the Rampage. I get distracted. I get distracted because Terry Royer to my left is just screaming, "Get back!" And he's right. I mean, Red Deer wants to fast break. So if you're the Warriors, you gotta be committed to getting back. So Red Deer will come back down into the offensive zone. Off to the left side. Intermission over to Doswell. Doswell, who can really shoot the ball. Probably the guy that if you're Red Deer, you want shooting the ball. Tisdale. That shot goes wide. Now the ball's going to bounce all the way back down the floor, and it's going to be picked up and thrown back down by Doswell. With the shot clock winding down, it'll be Warrior ball. The Warriors don't connect on that. And the ball's going to go into the corner. It's going to be picked up. It goes back to Wells. As the Warriors fan section yelled for back in, but nah, it wasn't back in. There was no intentionality behind that. And here's Red Deer with the ball. Here's Park. Park needs to move it. He finally does. It almost gets picked off. Now a shot set in, and it gets blocked, and now the Warriors are going to go the other way. Lanthier hops up the floor. Lanthier, backdoor to Dickin, and Dickin. Now, that was a good stop by Wells, and that probably should have got blown dead because he ran through the crease, but it's going to be Warrior ball. They didn't reset the clock, though. So the Warriors are only going to have 10 seconds. Maybe they said he didn't hit the net. I don't know. Dewart, down low. Dickin winds and fires. And that goes in. It's 4-1. And I don't know, like, if I'm on the Red Deer bench, I don't like that because it looked like Dickin ran through the crease to pick the ball up and they ended up scoring. But either way, it's Warriors 4, Red Deer 1. With 16:06 to go here, second period. And off the draw, Red Deer will win possession. Here's Doswell. He's going to come down to the far wall. He spins back. Swings it over. Intermission. That's mishandled. Tisdale grabs that back. Tisdale winds and fires. Low shot. Rebound. That looked like it was batted back into pinch by Intermission. Probably would have had better luck if he would have just tried to pick that up because pinch was down and out. He probably could have just ran around him and threw it in the net. Ball is with Luke Royer. Up high, Luke Royer swings it over. Simonson. Ball. Up high with Simonson again. Simonson. Inside. He tried to hit Luke Royer, who was stopped up inside. Couldn't do it. And now late in the shot clock, Ben Royer rips a sub shot. It's 5-1. Now that's a bit of a backbreaker if you're Red Deer, as you had that possession pretty much shut down. And then Ben Royer picks up some loose change off of the ground and deposits it into the net, and it's 5-1. So with 14:45 to go, the Warriors have a 4-goal lead as they lead 5-1. Simonson inside. Ben Royer. Royer tried to go short side. And Wells stayed close to that near post. Now the ball's going to get turned over, and Wellner Bates going to pick it up. Warriors will have a fresh 30. Ball's going to go loose. Picked up. Oh, it looked like it was picked up by Sola. It wasn't. And now Red Deer is going to grab it, but they lose it. That was St. Germain who had it. And now Simonson tried to hit Royer on the crease. He's going to go pick up that loose ball. Royer up top. Tried to hit Simonson inside. Didn't work. Dewart. And that gets stopped by Wells. He's going to have to shut the door now if Red Deer is going to have any hope of crawling back into this. If you're Red Deer and they turn it over again here, we've seen that a lot today. A lot of turnovers that are pretty avoidable. Very, like, lots that are just unforced. Elliott. Inside. That went wide, well wide of his target. And here comes Red Deer up floor. And Warriors are really going to press the ball here as that's off. Picked back up by the Rampage. They only have about 15 seconds on the shot clock at this point. Here comes Couchman. Ball's up top with Doswell. Doswell. Swim move. And he tried to go low on pinch. That gets stopped, and the Warriors will go back north with it. Here's Wolney. Wolney into the far corner. Dewart, one-handed catch. Right to Dickin. Dickin winds and fires off of a body. Dewart's going to grab that loose ball. And with about 10 seconds left, the Warriors are going to have a miscue here. And here go the Rampage. Potential for a break here. Ball's going to be picked up by Pike as he waits for some help. 12:20 to go, second period. It's the 1-1 Warriors leading the 0-2 Rampage 5-1. Inside, that's Park. Park does a good job of evading, stepping in the crease, and it's 5-2. So with 12:11 to go here in the second period, the score is now Warriors 5, Rampage 2. Now it'll be the Warriors with the ball. Royer off of the pick and roll. Royer tried to go far side this time. Wells stops that. Ball's picked up by the Warriors. Inside, Luke Royer. He fired that off of Wells. Now in front, Ben Royer. That gets stopped. Now they say he ran through the crease. No, be Red Deer ball. Now the ball on the left side. Rainier. Ball. Now they tried to send it over to Doswell. It's going to be turned over. And Lachlan Gordon is going to come up with it. Lachlan Gordon thought about shooting. Tried to hit Dickin off the bench. That's no good. And Sola just, that was either Pike or Sola. Can't really see. Yeah, I think it was Sola. Just avoided a massive collision with Gordon. Huge size mismatch. That probably would not have went well. And a winding shot by Couchman. That's stopped by Pinch. And then Pinch sends it into the ceiling. Ball right side. Shot. Scores. Came out of nowhere for the Rampage off of a dead ball. And Simpson buries it past Pinch after the turnover. It's 5-3. And suddenly Red Deer has some life here in the Ken Nickel Arena. And I do have to say, the Red Deer fans do bring it. A lot of energy from the crowd here. Now the ball's going to get popped up to be grabbed by Golka. He can go in if he wants. He probably could have. Yeah, now he does. Right in on Wells, and that's stopped. Here's Lanthier. Wellner bait. He's harassed there by Pike. Good defense there by Pike. Now Lanthier takes a bump on the loose ball, and he'll save it and get it back to Royer. Ben Royer. Inside. Ben Royer fakes. Tried to go a little bit of a short side twister, and Wells doing a really good job of not going across the net with him and staying with it. Dickin. That was a sharp angle shot. And they say got a piece of Wells. Simonson, Dickin. Inside, and Royer almost got that loose ball after they were trying to hit Luke Royer, and it almost ended up in Ben Royer's stick in behind. But Red Deer survives that, and they'll head back out. And some really scrambly play here in the middle of the floor. Here's Doswell. Up top, Tisdale. Winding shot from Simpson goes well wide. And it'll be Edmonton ball. As Red Deer, slow change here. Menon broke. They could have had a breakaway there, but luckily the pass was well wide of the target, and it'll be Red Deer ball. Shot shot sitting at 27-21. Edmonton, they lead 5-3 with 8:30 to go here, second period. Here's Doswell. Simpson underneath his man. Simpson fires it far side low. It's 5-4. There's getting beat underneath here a little bit in this second period. And it's a 1-goal game. Edmonton 5, Red Deer 4. Red Deer wins the draw and will go right back to work on offense. Here is Couchman. He swings it over. Simpson again underneath. This time Pinch says no. Pinch asking for a water break or a equipment, whatever you want to call it, an equipment attending session. I don't know. He tapped his helmet. I mean, I don't know if his helmet's actually loose or if he just wanted water. But nonetheless, we want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. It is the Larry Bishop Junior B Provincial Tournament, with the winner of this going on to Port Coquitlam, BC, where they will compete for the national championship. A winner will be crowned on Monday afternoon from the Ken Nickel Rec Center. And all you got to do is hit subscribe on the channel, and you can get notified every time a game goes live. Games start again on Sunday at 9 a.m. So you can get up nice and early if you can't get to the rink and check out the action here on CROW LAX TV. Ben Royer. Dickin. Ben Royer. Luke. Elliott. Inside. Simonson. And he tried to outweight Wells. This time Wells stood tall. And now the ball's going to go loose. Luke Royer out in front. Luke Royer! And he tried to crease dive. They're going to call a late check from behind, maybe? Cross check of some kind. We'll see what they deem the severity. As official Jack Sylvan makes his way over to the box. And he'll say 2-minute cross check. So the Warriors will have 2 minutes to work with here to try to go and extend their lead up 1. And here's Simonson will start up the power play. Simonson Dewar will play catch. Ball goes loose. Ball is going to be picked up by Red Deer. And they're going to battle their way through this. And now it was, I believe that was Walton who went down, but survived long enough to get the ball up the floor. Or at least for a couple of Red Deer guys to come out onto the floor and pick it up. Here's Tisdale. Ball left side. Penalty coming to the Warriors. And you've seen Red Deer do that repeatedly. Just walk the ball underneath. They've tucked the ball underneath their defender and gone down right to the net. And they got another shot off that way. So with 6:51 to go and a 5-4 Warrior lead, it'll be a 4-on-4 for the next minute, 20 seconds. And then Red Deer will have an abbreviated power play. Now off of the loose ball, it'll be flat. He's got a man down floor. That's Elliott. Elliott tried to tuck that short side. And good job by Wells getting his shoulder on that. Simonson. Royer. The two distributors on this offense go out to work off the left side. Ball's going to be picked up by the Rampage. That's St. Germain. Josh St. Germain. Now, Royer is going to work him over to the court, but now out in front, St. Germain got a shot. That looked like it soaked through a Warrior defender, and then a behind the back was taken. Good stop there by Pinch. Creative attempt there by the Rampage. As they'll hold and they'll have a power play for about a possession here in about 2 seconds. So that's smart by the Rampage. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tisdale walks right in. Sub shot far side. Good stop by Pinch. And now Lanthier, breakaway Lanthier in. Tried to go far side and just misses. And here come Red Deer back the other way. As Doswell will possess. 12 seconds to go in the power play, and they got to hurry here if they want to get a look before the Warriors get back to even strength. Park winds and fires. And they say that went straight out. It'll be Warrior ball. Simonson. It's going to go to the net. Simonson tried to go, and this time they get him for walking through the crease. And technically, he didn't touch the ball, so they could have waited. Here's Red Deer with the ball. Couchman. I think it's because Simonson had gained advantage to the ball. They just blew it dead. And if you're wondering at home, that's why they made that call. Here's Flett. Dickin has a lane. Dickin behind the back to Dewart. That was out of his reach. Dewart out in front. The big man out and works his way, and he drags through his defender and throws it through Wells. It's 6-4. So Dewart, with an individual effort, comes out from behind the net and sort of rolls around his defender. And you could tell Wells and the Red Deer defender wanted a crease call, but there wasn't one coming. And it's 6-4. Here comes Red Deer. Up floor, Walton getting checked there by Carey. Now there's a delayed call coming up to the Warriors. And they blew it dead because they said that Wells didn't get to the bench in time for the extra man. So 3:31 to go, second period. It'll be a Rampage power play with the Warriors leading 6-4. So it'll be Doswell up top with Tisdale and Park on the shooters. And it looks like, I can't really tell who that is down low. Looks like Simpson down low on the right crease. Maybe Couchman. I can't see the number. Doswell will be up top, and he swings that over to Tisdale. Tisdale. Shot clock winding down. And that gets thrown away, and Gordon will come away with it. Gordon races out over center. They say too many men on the Warriors. It'll be Red Deer ball. No more comments from me on this. No more commenting on too many men. Ball be possessed by Doswell. Up top. Doswell. Far side. Tisdale. Why? That was a riser up over the net. And the ball is going to go loose. And it'll be Warrior ball. And the ball gets sent over to Flat. Flat hands it off to Dickin. Rolls back. And he's met there by a Rampage check. And now Dickin all the way to the net. And he tossed that wide, and it'll be Red Deer ball. 1:55 to go. Second period. Warriors 6, Rampage 4. Red Deer 0-2, Warriors 1-1. Both needing this game very badly, to say the least. Loser of this game is probably could kiss their finals hopes goodbye. Doswell up top. Doswell, and that just got fought off by Pinch. Good loose ball there by Couchman. Up top. Doswell, good save there by Pinch. Loose ball there again by Red Deer. Back to even strength. Park. Ball sent over. That shot comes in well wide. Now Couchman. Couchman winds, fires. And that looked like it hit the far post. As everybody up on that top rail kind of stood back and whoa. And now Lanthier goes through the crease and it'll be Red Deer ball. Big final minute here of the second period. If Red Deer can knock this back down to a 1-goal spread, that would definitely increase their hopes here of pulling this one out. As the ball gets thrown away. Now it's picked back up. Intermission. Nice drag move. Tisdale, flip inside. Intermission, and the net was off. The net's off, and that really affected the outcome of that shot. As the net was all tilted all the way to the far side of the boards. And the net's still not straightened out. I don't know. They should blow that dead. And the ball's going to bounce out to center. And now a timeout, but I don't know if you could see it on the broadcast, but the net was tilted off, and it took away a Red Deer opportunity. Still, I don't know. Pinch dragged it back closer to where it should have been, but. So, with 7.6 seconds left, it'll be Warrior ball with a chance to increase their lead to 3. Out-of-town update. It was the Coquitlam Adanacs punching their tickets into the Minto Cup as they beat Victoria by a score of 14-7. And they move on and will be the BC representative at the Minto Cup in Edmonton. Congratulations to the Adanacs and that entire program, as they definitely are no strangers to the Minto Cup tournament. Their 12th appearance in the last 13 years. And obviously, I'm taking the 2 COVID years out. Here's Royer. 6 seconds. Simonson swings it. Dewart, cross net. And they hit Royer back door to make it 7-4. That's a huge goal. And that's going to be tough to recover from if you're Red Deer. So a big swing in this game as Red Deer was close to making this a 6-5 game. A post, a couple of good chances, and then the Warriors get one with just a second left on a 6-on-5 play. It's 7-4. And that'll be your score at the end of 2 periods. The Edmonton Warriors 7, the Red Deer Rampage 4. We thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV, and we'll be right back with you in just under 10 minutes' time. And welcome back into the Ken Nickel Recreation Center for third period action. It's the Edmonton Warriors leading the Red Deer Rampage 7-4. Red Deer trying to grab their first win of this tournament, and the Warriors trying to go to 2-1. As both of these teams fight for their finals lives. Here's Tisdale into the offensive zone. Tisdale down to the left wall. Tisdale picks the loose ball back up after he lost it for a second. And the ball's going to go in behind the net. Couchman picked it up. They're going to say he was in the crease, though, or picked it up out of the crease. And it'll be Warrior ball. Here's Flett. He gets it to Elliott as Elliott comes down into the offensive zone. Elliott, Dewart, Simonson. Sebastian Simonson in behind the net. Gets it back from Dewart. Ben Royer was mauled in front of the net. He was on the wrong side of the floor. Really didn't have any room to work with, and it'll be Red Deer ball. Here come the Rampage. Intermission. Winds and fires. That was Rainier who shot that in on pinch. And Anna Farajchuk will come back over center. Anna Farajchuk all the way to the net. Anna Farajchuk, and Wells turns that away. If Red Deer wants a shot in this game, they need the next goal. Mark it down. If the Warriors get the next goal, this one's over. As the ball bounces back down and it's picked up by Golka. Elliott. Up top to Simonson. Ben Royer. Royer down underneath. Royer! And we've seen guys get beat underneath all game long on both teams. And he walked right to the net, fired it far side, hip high on Wells. It's 8-4. So with 18-12 to go in the third period, the Warriors extend their lead out to 4 as they double up on the Rampage. It's 8-4. And here's Couchman off the left side for the Rampage. Couchman, drag move. Couchman up top. Ball now with Park. Hard hit by Golka. Knocks him back. Park back up high to Simpson. Simpson, sub shot. Rebound. They say it was after the shot clock expired. It'll be Warrior ball. Here's Dickin. Royer. Simonson. Ball's with Dewart. Over to Luke. Luke winds off. Fires that off the crest of Wells. And be Red Deer ball. 17 minutes to go. Warriors 8. Rampage 4. As the Rampage come down the far boards. A little bit of a two-man game set up. Now the ball with Doswell. Doswell. A little bit of a bounce shot. And Pinch got his shoulder on that. Knocked it up into the roof. It'll be another 30-second clock for Red Deer. Ball swung. Ball down low. Now with Doswell. He gets it back. Doswell fires, and that was a good stop by Pinch as Doswell sent that through a maze of players. Here's Wibbs. He gets it across the floor. And Menon will bring it up. Here comes Elliott. And that looked like it might have caught the butt end of the Wells stick. Royer down into the corner. Ben Royer spins off a check. Royer out in front. And he goes far side. He does a tap dance around the Rampage defender. It's 9-4. Now off the draw, Red Deer will grab and go. Here come the Rampage into the Warrior zone. Warriors up across, or the Rampage up across the top. That swung to Doswell. Now Simpson underneath, and he scores. Wasn't sure if that got through pinch or not. The ref says yes. It's 9-5. So I think at least half the goals in this game have been guys getting beat underneath. And both teams scoring and making the opposition's defense pay. Simpson tucked underneath his defender there. Did just that. It's 9-5. Here's Pike into the offensive zone. Doswell. 15 minutes to go. Warriors 9, Rampage 5. As Doswell tried to maneuver his way in and got sandwiched between two Warriors, it'll be a shot clock violation. It'll be Warrior ball. Here's Dickin. Dickin off the right side. Dickin rolls off a check. Dickin out in front. That's shut off by Wells. Now the ball goes loose. It's picked up by Dewart. Ball over with Simonson on the near wall. He's trapped up against the boards. Ball, he comes away with it. It looked like the ball went loose for a second. He had it still. Dewart inside, and he tried to maneuver his way on top of the crease. It was turned away by Wells. As the ball gets battled for, a bunch of bodies tied up, and Dewart comes away with it. Dewart, Simonson. Here's Simonson. Pick set there by Luke Royer. Simonson underneath again. And that was stopped by Wells. Here's Dickin. Gets a big pick set there by Elliott. Dickin in tight. Stopped by Wells. In front. They tried to connect with Luke Royer this time. The ball went loose. And Dewart went and got that, but then he sails it over Simonson's head. Ball bounces right back to Elliott. Dewart swings it to Simonson. Underneath. Simonson. A little bit of a drag move. That got stopped by Wells. As the ball gets picked up and Red Deer goes the other way. Here comes Doswell. Red Deer operates off the left side. Couchman. Couchman rebound, and that was picked up right in front of the net by Red Deer. Got an opportunity. A Red Deer player was sent to the floor. Looks like they got a delayed call coming up. Be a cross check Looks like Gordon will be going back to the box. So 12:45 to go. The Rampage will have a power play trailing 9-5. Here's Doswell up top. He plays catch with Park. Ball over with Tisdale. Doswell up top. Behind the back to Park. Park tried to get that over to Tisdale. That hit a Warrior. Here's Tisdale, winds and fires. Into the midsection of Pinch. And it looks like it's going to be Warrior ball here. As Pinch, I think, asked for water. So we'll take a little bit of this time to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. It's the Junior B Larry Bishop Memorial Cup here from Beaumont, Alberta. The winner going off to the Founders Cup to be played in Port Coquitlam, BC in about 10 days as the Red Deer bench squirts some water into the ref's mouth. Not sure I've ever seen that before. But yes, the winner of this tournament will move on to the National Championship, the Founders Cup. The Warriors sitting at 1-1. Red Deer at 0-2. Both teams needing this game for like blood. So Pinch gets his equipment sorted out, and it'll be a Warrior possession here. They are short-handed for the next minute 33. Red Deer trails 9-5. Here's Elliott down the floor. Elliott swings that over to Ben Royer. Royer back over to Dickin. Pretty emphatic swim move. And he sends that wide. The ball bounced all the way down the floor. It'll be Red Deer ball. They're saying over and back, but yeah. Okay, yeah. Say good. Yeah, they called over and back, but I was wondering why the ball wasn't getting blown back in. Red Deer goes to work. Ball up top. Doswell. Doswell, that goes wide. And here come the Warriors. Here's Menon. Sprints out over center. Menon walked right to the net and fired it off of the floor into the ceiling. What? They're giving the ball to the Warriors, and that did not touch. That did not touch anything in white. But it'll be a Warrior ball. As Ben Royer gets pounded into the pavement there. As the Warriors are going to be able to kill most of this off here. With only 20 seconds remaining on the penalty and 20 seconds on the shot clock. And then Luke Royer bulls over a defender, and it'll be Red Deer ball. And Red Deer will come back up floor with about 5 seconds to go on their power play. Here's Doswell. Ball down low. Simpson. He's had success in this game going low. That time was a little bit too towards the center of the net. It hit Pinch in the midsection, sort of, stick area, and It'll be Warrior ball. 10:25 to go. Third period. Warriors 9, Rampage 5. Elliott hits Dewart. Now the shot clock's going to expire, and it'll be Rampage ball as they transition it up floor. Ball will be with St. Germain. And he flips it to Tisdale. Tisdale. Ball swung over to Couchman. That hit a body and looked like a Warrior, but they're going to say it was a Rampage player. It'll be Warrior ball. As Menon brings the ball up floor for the Warriors. Luke Royer to Simonson. He and Dickin play catch. Ball's over with Luke Royer. Royer, Dickin. Inside, Luke Royer. And that's stopped by Wells. Ball's picked up. Went wide. So it'll be a shot clock violation. It'll be a Rampage ball. As Intermission comes into the Warrior zone. Backdoor. Man, that didn't connect as the ball looked like it was dropped. And now the Warriors will head out. Wolney races all the way down the floor. Wolney goes low on Wells, and that's stopped. And he goes and gets his own rebound, and he comes out of the corner right in front. And that's stopped. Here's Simonson. He walks across the top. Over to Dickin. Down low to Dewart. Dewart surveys. He goes inside with it. Dewart out in front. That's stopped by Wells. Ball up top with Sebastian Simonson. Simonson. Dickin. As the ball goes loose. Back over center. Dickin will go collect. Simonson waits. Didn't flip it in. Side to Luke and tried to shoot it. Kind of went off of a Rampage defender and picked up by Tisdale. As Red Deer looks like they're struggling to get up the floor right now. And both teams having played already today. Warriors 9, Rampage 5. 7:30 to go, third period. Now up across the top. Shot in by Simpson, and that's stopped by Pinch. Here come the Warriors. Lanthier. And here comes the Warrior offense. Simonson. Elliott. Here's Elliott. He gets it up top. Winding a sub shot by Dickin is taken and stopped. Pick set there by Dickin. He rolls off of it. Ball's low at his feet. It's picked up by the Rampage. They're going to say interference. It'll be Warrior ball. And if you're watching at home, the biggest difference in this game has been off-ball offense. The Warrior off-ball offense has really gotten all kinds of looks and generated a lot in this game. Wells has been good. The Rampage have struggled to get looks away from the ball. It's been a very on-ball dominant offense, and it's tough to score that way, and it's tough to get opportunities or quality opportunities that way. As a Rampage player, maybe looks like a Stoss, perhaps, is helped off the floor. So with 6:39 to go, Liam Elliott will come out onto the floor with the mop. Now, I don't know why they're doing this to Liam right now, but he's got to run out onto the floor and clean up. If you're watching at home, tell me. Anybody have any inside information on why Liam Elliott's been sent out to go mop up the floor? As he's congratulated on the bench by Graydon Cornfield. I don't know if Graydon likes his technique or what, but... So with 6:39 to go, it'll be Rampage ball in their own end as they trail 9-5. And now Liam's got to come back out onto the floor. This might be the best entertainment we've had tonight. I don't know. I mean, maybe Terry, I don't know. Somebody around here might have some info on this. I don't know. That should be illegal. The Rampage will pick it back up here and get across center. As the Rampage work in off the right side. That's Doswell. Now the ball gets swung over. Couchman sub shot. That goes wide. Picked up by Doswell. That goes wide on the far side. The shot clock will expire and it'll be Warrior ball. 6 minutes to go. 9-5 the score remains. Warriors leading. As this game has really slowed down here in this third period. Simonson with it. Ben Royer, big game as he's got 5 on the night. Royer inside! Just as I say that, he makes it a sock trick. That's 6 for Benny Royer, and it's 10-5. So 5:49 to go. The Warriors have doubled up on the Rampage again. It's Edmonton at 10, a Red Deer at 5. So here come the Rampage back down the floor. Doswell off of the right shooter. Gets that down low to Park. Park up top to Tisdale. Tisdale rolls off a check. Pick set. Tisdale again rolls off of a defender and took a rough angle shot wide of the net, and it'll be Warrior ball with 5 minutes to go. As the Warriors come back down into the Red Deer zone, Dickens going to take this to net. Just runs in a straight line right to the net. Goes off of Wells. It'll be Red Deer ball. Shots, Warriors 53, Red Deer 43. You could probably tell, though, that the number of quality shots pretty lopsided in this one. Warriors have been in on top of Wells a ton in this game. And not so much for Red Deer. Ball is sent into the chest of Pinch. Ball will go loose. It's going to be picked up in the corner. As a couple of Warriors tie up with a Rampage player. Good work there by Couchman to get out of that. Good effort there. Not easy to do, and especially late in a game like this. Good job by him. Here the Rampage. Ball shot. Stop. And the Warriors will walk this back up floor. I want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. This is Game 6 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament. Winner going off to the Founders Cup, the Junior B National Championship. And you can catch another 4 games here before the final on Monday, tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. You got the Outlaws, the host of the tournament, taking on the Manitoba Blizzard, the Winnipeg Blizzard, I should say. And the winner of that will give themselves, well, the Blizzard are already in position, but the Outlaws with a win would go to 2-1 and put themselves right in the thick of the race. The underdog of the tournament has put themselves in a position to compete, and they've done well so far, and we'll see if they can carry that forward tomorrow morning against the Blizzard. Now across the top. That's going to be picked up by Golka, and he's going to go out the other way. Here's Golka. He's going to stop up, rolls off a check. Golka out in front. That gets stopped. And here come the Rampage with 2:50 to go. They trail 10-5 as they look to push. Tisdale hops up across the top. Tisdale fires that wide. It's picked back up by Intermission. Intermission, left side. Up to St. Germain. Drag move there by Tisdale. That went wide. And the shot clock's going to expire. It'll be Warrior ball with 2:20 to go. They lead 10-5. Simonson over to Dickin. Dickin down low, and he tried to squeeze that win on the in on the short side. That got stopped. Now a Rampage player, I didn't really see what happened, but he is down on the ground. Play will be blown dead as they'll attend to him. So with 2:01 to go, and the Warriors leading 10-5, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button, and there's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't want to. You'll get notified anytime a game goes live on the channel. And as we wind down here on the 2023 season, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we'll have coverage tomorrow and Monday, but I just want to take the time to thank everybody for joining us. I think it's been a huge success throughout the province. Everybody tuning in, able to watch your team when they're on the road and you're not able to get to the game. Had a lot of good feedback. I want to thank you for that. And just enjoy a little free lacrosse as we make our way through the Larry Bishop here this weekend. Now the ball's with Simonson off the left side. He gets it to Ben Royer. Royer swings it over to Elliott. Now in front, Warrior player was sent to the floor. That was Luke Royer. Now the Warriors will just hold on to this. Simonson engages with a Rampage defender. He takes a couple of shoves from Rampage players. And now Red Deer will take a roughing penalty, and the Warriors will go to the power play. So 1:28 to go. Warriors 10, Rampage 5. The Warriors can basically just hold this out on their way to a 2-1 record here. Royer in tight. He tried to hold it and go 5-hole, and Wells was able to fight that off. And we make our way into the last minute of play here. Warriors just content to run this out. Ball's in behind the net. Royer, Ben to Luke. Simonson up top, winds. Backdoor. That looked like it fell out of the back of the stick at Dewart. And now here come the Rampage. 30 seconds to go. Sola. And if you're the Warriors, I don't even know why you would chase this around. Menon will push Sola a little bit. He'll hold on to it. And with 15 seconds left, the shot clock's going to expire. 10 seconds. 8. That goes over the net. And that's going to be the game here as the final seconds tick off. It'll be the Warriors 10, the Rampage 5. The Warriors go to 2-1 on the tournament. The Rampage fall to 0-3. So the Warriors will go into tomorrow with a big game against the Shamrocks at noon. Shamrocks will enter at 1-1, and the Warriors will enter into 2-1. The winner will have a very good chance of booking their ticket into the final. As the Blizzard sit atop the standings at 2-0. As we said, the Warriors 2-1, the Shamrocks 1-1, the Outlaws 1-1, and Red Deer is going to finish in the basement as they sit at 0-3 and only have one game left to play. So that will do it for day 2 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Final score here from Beaumont. The Edmonton Warriors 10, the Red Deer Rampage 5. Warriors 2-1, Red Deer 0-3. We'll be right back with you here at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning from the Ken Nickel Arena. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night. See ya in about 12 hours' time.